afterwards.
Hey.
Hello, everyone. How are y'all doing today? It's a wonderful Thursday where I'm at. I hope it's a wonderful Thursday where you're at as well. Hello,
Well,
little Carrie and Izzy.
Hi, everyone. There we go.
Hi, Carrie. Hi, Izzy. Oh, I almost
So-
threw up my pills. I
Oh,
have to
no.
show you something before we start.
Okay.
I got
I was
another
helping.
3-minute devotional for women.
Nice.
Yay.
Nice.
So I can read both or I can just read one.
Oh, both.
Yeah, we can never get enough devotionals.
Okay.
Hello.
Good morning,
Hello,
Ayla.
Andrea.
Hola, Joe. How are you doing? Drinking coffee and making breakfast. And Barbara, well, I am drinking coffee. It is a already warm 87 degrees. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow are supposed to be very hot days this week. But thankfully, it's going to cool down a little over the weekend. Good
Oh.
morning, Heidi and Michelle Mosaic. How are you lovelies today?
Hey, everyone. It is 66 degrees Fahrenheit. And for those of you not in the U.S., that is 19 degrees Celsius.
Oh, Carrie.
And guess what?
It's 46 here.
And it's raining.
Oh, no. You need to send some of that rain down here. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, you can have it.
Oh, I would love to have it. Hello, Manuela. How are
Hey,
you doing?
Manuela.
Thank you for joining us today.
Yeah, I'm rained out.
You're rained out. Are you
Hi, Amy.
starting to grow webs between your fingers and toes?
Yes.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, and
I have to
Heidi.
show you something neat that I got yesterday. Oh, go ahead.
Heidi, I wore my shawl to my daughter's graduation last night.
Oh, how nice. Good morning, Amy. She says it's a stormy day here today, but the rain is needed. It does get the kids all worked up, though, especially when they have to stay inside. Right, Amy? Oh, what did you get? Wait.
That's fab.
I got it on Amazon. It's
And
a
it's a
dual. You can put your
twofer.
hooks here. You can put your yarn. You can pull your yarn up and through here. So it's and this is just magnet. But I got my back scratcher here just to. It was the first thing I could grab.
Nice.
And then it's got a spot for stitch markers.
Nice.
Ooh, you said Amazon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll send
Mine
you the
don't have
link.
all those doodads. Mine doesn't have all those doodads.
No, I know.
I just had the two spindles holding
I
the
know
yarn.
my other one didn't either. So I'll send you guys the link.
I'll need that.
That will be fantastic working on the mosaics. You know it? Pull one string, pull the other, and that way you don't have to keep digging through the bag.
And Heidi, that's why my shawl is not in here on my chair. It's in the living room because I wore it last night.
Oh, that is so cool. Well, you're going to have to show us.
I got compliments on it. I'm so excited.
That's cool. That really is.
I said my friend Heidi made it for my birthday.
That is so awesome.
I loved it.
Oh, Barbara says, Carrie, I sent you a picture of the shawl that I made for Maureen.
Oh.
Is she allowed to show it? Okay. Michelle says, I need one too.
Hey, Laura.
Good morning, Laura. How are you? I'm sorry your team lost, sweetheart.
26. Yeah. It's $26.97, and it comes in brown and neutral.
Oh, nice.
That's cool. Send me the link, please, ma'am.
Hey, Ashley. Don't forget to use
Ashley. How are you doing?
And don't forget to use my Amazon link. I'm
Yes,
just
ma'am.
saying. I'm just saying. I love it. I love it. You're working on a bolero
Oh,
long sleeve crop top. Awesome.
that sounds nice. Well, I am working on the next panel of my bookworm blanket, and I didn't realize that this is the last panel that I have to make two of, because then the next time I pull out the blanket to work on it, I'll be working on the big major centerpiece, which is
Nice.
stitch.
Nice. And
Yeah.
I'm just working on the Aztec. So
Mhm.
I am on row 46 of the repeat.
Woo! So you're
Yeah.
like over halfway through on the second repeat.
Yeah.
That's
I'm really
awesome.
Hi, Ashley.
I am super happy.
Oh, Ashley is saying that the pattern for it is on Ribbler.
Nice.
Boy, say that 3 times fast.
Oh, it's from the yarn from Maureen.
Oh,
That's awesome.
Jason.
Let me.
oh,
I'm
somebody's out of coffee.
Oh dear.
So how is everyone's weather? As I said, it's 87 degrees here already. Yesterday was the first hot day of unofficial summer, and it was a record breaker here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. We were out in West Texas for a quick trip down to check out our camper. It had a little hiccup, so we had to go down and investigate and tell them what we wanted them to do before I pick it up when I head to my next destination. But so that's why I wasn't around yesterday, and there was a big miscommunication on who was going to go live when, so that Carrie could pop in. So I do apologize for that. But anyway, everything seemed to have worked out okay.
All right. I got the link for the yarn spinner, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's what it's called.
Okay, you got it? Well, I have it ready to send you guys.
Yeah, I went and found it.
It's
And
called. Well, my phone's being weird.
No, I went and found the link. I just
well, thank you.
I didn't copy the link. So the last thing I copied is ended.
Oh no. Sarah,
Sorry,
good morning, sweetie.
It's called
It's 65
the
and sunny.
yarn holder.
Oh
Yes.
my goodness. It's sunny, but they have a category 3 for severe thunderstorms here later today. Yeah, Mitch, somebody. I watched 2 different guys on YouTube that put up weather announcements, and I saw where a little while ago something dropped on my phone. Let me see. Oh, not right there.
Okay, let me go get that link again.
Well, like I said, he dropped something here.
I didn't quite copy it.
Anyway, yes, there's a big portion of the central United States that is in for major storms later today.
There we go.
Oh, they do. Ashley says my dad's parents are snowbirds. They go down to Bibleville Conference Grounds in Texas for the winter.
Nice.
My goodness, yes.
Nice. And I'm putting it in where the rest of you guys can find it.
Good morning, sweet Lana. How are you? Thank you for joining us today.
What? I'm sorry, Carrie?
I'm trying to find the email that Barbara sent me.
Oh. Hello, Lana.
I don't see
and
it.
Sarah. But there's the link
Hi,
if you
Lana.
want that yarn spinner that Carrie had. And I love it.
It'd definitely be in my shopping cart this afternoon.
It's in my cart now. I needed it.
Well, of course, we always need, don't we?
I do.
At least that's what I always tell my husband.
I love that. It'll sit in my cart for a couple weeks, but I like it.
Right.
We went to Joann's this last time when it was still 50% off, and Jason
Yeah.
said, "They said, are you okay?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm fine. It just doesn't matter what I say because you're going to do it anyway."
I didn't get to go and get any Big Twist. I would have liked to have gotten some black and white
Mm-hmm.
Big Value Pound.
Right.
Black, white,
Well,
off white.
Big Value Pound is on Mary Maxim now for $8.99.
I know.
Oh, wow.
I know, but I would have liked to have gotten it from Joann's at 50% off.
Right.
For $5.99, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Just, off white, white, and black. Those especially because I use them a lot.
Right.
That's what I would have liked to have gotten. But, it is what
Well,
it
I
is.
couldn't find any black when I went.
Well, you go ahead and do what you need to with that sweet little Thor, Lana. We'll be here.
Yeah.
So when I was talking to Carrie last night, she said, you need to put this on your channel, blah, blah, blah. She and I always go back and forth as to if we need to switch days, for one another and just whatever it is that's coming up. But so I said, well, what do you want to talk about? She says, oh, I don't know. And so I was thinking, and I was, I've been looking for a pattern for some yarn that I received because I'm going to be entering in a contest. And the colors, folks, are very bland as far as I'm concerned. But anyway, so I was looking at some patterns and it made me think, how many times do we buy a pattern, buy a book, maybe use one or two items out of it, and then we never use the pattern again?
Open it again.
A lot.
Well,
do we?
I
Yes.
have a pattern that I have
Go
a
ahead.
pattern that I've reused many times. And I have an example, but I can't get to it right now. When Jason gets done, I'll have him get it for me. But it's the big doily that I do with pineapples. I've
Yes.
done that thing. I don't even know how many times I've gotten mesmerized.
Mm-hmm. Good morning,
But the
Trisha.
cat-
How are you,
That's where the
sweetheart?
computer goes.
Hey, Trish.
Good
Yeah.
morning, Trisha.
Now, you're right. I have several patterns that I don't use more than once.
Right.
But I do have more than a handful of patterns that I have used over and over and over again.
Yes. Well, I have several of my
me
own
too.
creations that I have used over and over and over again because, like with the little girls, I started out with a very simple, like little cardigan. And as they got older, I'd go back to that, remeasure them and remake it, in a bigger size. We do have some items that we, tend to use over and over again. We have our favorite blanket pattern, especially if we're doing baby blankets. We have our favorite hat that we like to do over and over again. Good morning, little Carrie. How are you? I fell asleep. Well, I'm glad you woke up and were able to rejoin us.
Good morning, Carrie.
Good morning, Carrie.
Hey, Carrie.
Hey, sweetheart, you just lurk and work away. I mean, it's all right. We'll keep you up with what's being said in the chat. And if you get a minute and want to pop in and leave a comment, you're welcome to do so. But I know work has to come first, no matter what it is, housework or others. But, oh, Ashley said I done put it on my wish list. There you go, the spinner.
There you go.
But, I will admit that I have several now amigurumi books and patterns, whether they were free or I've gone out on a Etsy spending spree, because, oh, this is cute. This is cute. This is cute. I want to make this. I want to make this. And they're over in my file on my computer. But Have I got to them? No. There have been a few that I've made, and it's like, oh, this was cute and this was fun, but I probably won't make it again.
Right.
There are a couple, though, that I have made, and it's like, oh my goodness, I want to make this again, but this time I want to either go up a size in yarn or hook, or go down a size in yarn or hook, or I want to do something totally different as far as the colors are concerned.
Right.
Maybe I want to take a piece from this one and a piece from that one and see if they go together pretty good, you know. Yes. But it made me think, how often do we reuse the patterns that we buy or that are free? Doesn't matter, either one. But how many times do we reuse them?
Well, if it's an amigurumi, I normally will
If it's a
reuse
good-
that a couple of times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, amigurumis a couple of times,
Right.
but other patterns, no. Although occasionally scarf patterns 2 or 3 times, and
Right.
hat patterns 2 or 3 times, but sweater patterns, no.
Mm-hmm.
Blanket patterns,
No.
well, the Sophie blanket, I'm doing multiple times,
Right.
so that is actually worth it.
Mm-hmm. Good morning,
know.
Darcia.
Hi, Darcia.
Garcia, I have my thread patterns, and I did several of one particular item, so that I felt that was worth it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The
But
tree
Tricia
of
you're
says
life.
you're right. It depends on the
Right.
pattern.
It does.
Yes, it really
Trisha's
does.
done the tree of life twice. She's done the snowflake three or four times now.
Mm-hmm.
But you're right. It actually makes sense.
Well, like I said,
I don't like this.
uh-oh. Because it's curling on you?
I'm not doing it the way the pattern said to do it. I need the pattern from.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you can.
Woohoo! Darcia says, I like patterns and videos. Well, I don't mind the videos, honestly, but I do like to have something written in front of me.
Right.
Yeah. Thank you, little Carrie.
That's sweet.
Yes, it is. So what kind of patterns do you like to reuse?
No, I told you I like to reuse amigurumi
Mm-hmm.
and normally hat patterns.
Right. Carrie?
Doilies
Doilies?
and blankets.
Mm-hmm. Well, I agree. I love to reuse hat patterns. A few scarves,
Mm-hmm.
a few wraps. I will probably reuse 2 of the 3 mosaics that I'm working on right now. And I will
Right.
definitely reuse the show log. When I
Okay.
finish with my Sophie, that pattern is getting file 13,
Put
way in the
away.
back. That's going to be a one and done.
But I understand that.
Right. Michelle says, blankets, I will use them or parts of them many times. I have already decided that there's 3 patterns of mosaics that I want to see if I can take this section and this section and this section and put them together to make a combination, of those 3, because there's parts of them that I like. And
Right.
Would really love to put them together in a different type of design.
Right.
Oh, Sarah says, I try to keep all of my patterns except the yarn eating patterns.
Oh,
Yep.
see, those are my favorite, the yarn eating patterns. Yeah.
Really?
Well, especially if you have a lot of scraps, little balls here, there, and yonder, or if you have just one skein of this and one skein of that. Yeah. Good morning, Beth. The most used pattern I have
Hi,
is
Bella.
meandering paw print scarf. Oh, I bet that is cute. I have that one. I just have not made it yet. But I do need to make it because I have a couple of girls that need it.
Well, my Aztec is getting well used because I'm making
Can
more
you
than
hand me
one.
that braid?
Right.
Hi, Robin.
There you go, Trisha. Yes, scrap ball sacks.
Yes, love scraps.
Mm-hmm.
She says that, and I look over. There's my little thing holding on my
Yep.
scrap.
Mm-hmm. Just a minute, Carrie. There we go. There's that
This is a
beautiful
pattern
doily
that I have
pattern.
made many, 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 many times.
It's very
Good
pretty.
morning, Jay. How are you, sweetie?
Hey, Jay.
So I have this. I might just keep it and give it away on my podiversary. You can take me off.
It's
Oh,
very
that would
pretty.
be nice.
That's
I'm gonna make a bunch of things to give away for that podiversary in September.
that's awesome.
That would
My
be great.
podiversary should be in June. Thank you.
My
It's gray.
potiversary is in September.
Mm-hmm. Nana Mama Cat, how are you, sweetie?
Hey, Nana Mama Cat.
What she just held up, no, sweetie,
No, it's
Manuela,
a
that is
doily.
a doily. Yes.
You know, I could make it bigger and I could go bigger, 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 bigger. Instead of doing this part here, do another pineapple
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
and just keep going and going and going and make it a blanket. It would work as a blanket, but it would be a
Yeah.
round blanket.
It'd be nice.
That would be really cool.
It would be. It'd
Huh?
be very pretty.
Yeah.
Definitely a one of a
Yeah.
kind.
Or a tablecloth. Or a
That'd
tablecloth.
be pretty.
Oh, yes.
I still haven't gotten my tablecloth picture from Mrs. C yet.
But that would be nice.
Mm-hmm. That really would.
Well,
Little Carrie
my
saying,
my anniversary for my channel is June 4th, I think. I would have to see when my very first video was. But I'll look that up while we talk.
well, I just, it was just something that popped in my head, and it honestly got me to thinking about all the patterns that I purchased,
Yeah.
all the books that, you purchase. And
Oh, okay.
yes, Beth. In fact, Carrie, Froggy is working with it right now.
You've
I love
never
this
seen
yarn,
it?
Dakota.
You've never seen that? Hang on. That's what I'm putting in my Aztec.
Isn't it beautiful?
That's the Dakota,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what's in the Aztec.
Yes.
Hmm.
I love it.
It's very pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, really.
Mm-hmm. My
I'm
husband
not,
would like for me to use that and make the Aztec again.
I'm not fibbing.
Mm-hmm. Look at that. Isn't that pretty?
Yeah, I'm not fibbing.
How
Yep.
far are you on yours, Maureen?
Well, since I rotate it out every 4 weeks, I am. Yeah, I'm
Same
not
spot.
nearly as far as long as
No, same
her
spot
and
on
Olga
there,
are.
but on the first repeat?
Yes, I'm still on the first repeat because I don't work on it continuously.
So
Oh, thank you.
June 11th is my anniversary date. That was my very first video.
Thank you, Manuela.
Which
Yes.
means that, because, and that's about right.
Right.
June 11th.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see
Well,
if
little
I did a
Terry,
live before June 11th.
whenever I chose the Dakota, I wanted something that was really going to contrast with the Dakota variegated pattern there, and that's the reason why I chose that peacock color. And then
I
everybody
like
else liked it, and it's like, yeah. So Froggy got her some.
Terry got
Yeah,
her
my
some.
husband keeps saying, "Are you sure that's going to one of the kids?" And I said, "Yes, it is, but I can always make another one because I love this one." But he wants his more in Southwest colors of the browns, the rose and that kind of
I
thing, which surprised me. But
I would do it with a beige in the background, a,
mm-hmm,
a
right.
tan instead of a peacock, and that would look fantastic.
Oh yes, yes. But I've already showed him like two or three other. Here we go, talking about patterns. Two or three other like Aztec Indian designs, and he's liked every one of them. So I'm sure there's going to be quite a few of those popping up on my channel because he likes them.
This works up fairly quickly,
Mm-hmm. Yes, it does. It really does.
and it's not. Yeah, it's real easy, and it works up quickly. I like to work on it, which is another good thing.
Right.
So I don't get bored with it. So yeah, I'm
Well,
on road
um,
repeat.
the nice thing, Beth, that a lot of our yarn companies are doing, especially with their variegateds and tonals, is that they are starting to, especially if you go in the store, like Hobby Lobby, even Michael's and Joann's was starting to do it before they started shutting down, is that they would take their variegated yarns and start putting some of the solids around it so that you could see what colors would look good with it.
Yeah. Hey, Granny
Good
D.
morning, Granny D, sweetheart. How are you doing today? Thank you so much for popping in
Good
here.
morning.
Not that you have to use those colors that they choose with them, because quite honestly, when I saw the Dakota in Hobby Lobby that day, I didn't know what I was going to mix with it, but I just happened to glance a little further down and I saw that turquoisey color because turquoise is one of my favorites. And so I picked the two of them up and put them together and I was like, yep, that's what I want.
And it looks good. I made my
Doing
husband
okay, sweetheart. Darcia, it's like I like to tell everybody, if you can double crochet and single crochet and count, you're good.
You could do it.
Mm-hmm. Sure can.
It's not hard to do.
Oh, no, 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 no.
Mm-mm. No, my husband can't wait to get this blanket. He was worried that I was going to start doing the contest and put his blanket to the side. So I'm going to finish the blanket before I do my contest stuff. Hey, Janice.
Good morning, Janice. How are you doing?
But I did last night.
Janice.
Last night we went to my daughter's graduation at the college, and I didn't want to take the big Aztec with me.
Right.
So I took my off-white yarn and my waterscape yarn with me. And
Oh,
I did the complete foundation single crochet for that Aztec.
oh, well, how neat.
218 single
Yes.
crochet foundation. Yeah.
Goodness
So that was
gracious.
something I got done. I'm glad I did. That's the boring part.
Yes, it really is getting those first few rows done. Manuela is telling you, Carrie, that she found a crochet along for a pineapple blanket in the round.
Oh,
So you do take your doily pattern and uh-oh.
Where?
Oh, here we go. Hello, Debbie. How are you doing, sweetheart? Thank you for
hey, Debbie.
Hi, Jackie.
That'd be cool.
Well, Manuela, now you know you're going to have to either send her a link to where that crochet along is or let her know in the chat. But while you're typing that up, Carrie, it's time for our devotional, sweetheart.
Yes.
Hmm. Okay. So I asked the girls or the ladies
I like being
before,
called girl.
because I got this one, Be Still and Know. And then I got this one in the mail yesterday that's for women, Choose Joy, 3-minute devotional for women. So I'm going to do both
Yes.
Cool.
because that was what the consensus was. Today's the 14th. No, today's the 15th. I didn't do a devotional yesterday. No, because I was out and about.
Right.
May 15th, known by name. Lord, you know everything there is to know about me. You've
Yep.
examined me, my innermost being, with your loving gaze. Your precise, you you perceive every movement of your heart and soul and understand my every thought before it even enters my mind. You are so intimately aware of me, Lord. You read my heart like an open book, and you know all the words I'm about to speak before I even start a sentence. You know every step I will take before my journey even begins. Psalms 139, 1 through 4. There are people who are terrible with names, and then there are parents. They address you by every name in the household, quite possibly including the dog, all while looking you in the eye, and they give you the name in the first place. And they gave you the name in the first place. There may be thousands of people with your name, or there might be just a handful. Either way, it makes no difference to God. He doesn't take a stab in the dark when you are approaching him, guessing a name or hoping he gets it right. He knows exactly who you are and why you are coming to him. He knows why you've stayed away for so long. He knows
Mhm.
your deepest needs, your most painful wound, and your darkest thoughts.
That's
And
right.
still, he loves you.
That's
Father
right.
God, we really do. Father God, you really do know me. You
Mm-hmm.
you, and in knowing me, you still love me. Thank you for your heart toward me. Okay. And then this one, we'll read the very first one. These are just little short. Joy in the morning. All who seek the Lord will praise him. Their hearts will rejoice with everlasting joy. Psalms 22:26. Every day, God provides us with beauty all around to cheer and help us. It may become through the beauty of flowers or the bright blue sky, or maybe the white snow covering the trees of a glorious winter wonderland. It may be through the smile of a child or the grateful face of one we care for. Each and every day, the Lord has a special gift to remind us of whose we are and to generate the joy we need to succeed. Lord God, I thank you for your joy. I thank you for your providing it every day to sustain me. I will be joyful in you. Amen.
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 I like that.
I do too. Choose joy.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Choose joy.
Yeah, it's better to choose joy than it is to choose unhappiness for sure.
That
I
is
wake,
absolutely correct.
I wake up every day and choose joy. I ain't got time
Yep.
for nothing else.
Whoops.
I don't have time
So
for
I got
nothing
a
else.
question for you guys.
Sure.
Yeah.
This is part of Trisha's pattern, but I'm turning it every time, but I'm making it textured on both sides. So as
Hmm.
you can see, it's really wonky. If I do the whole blanket like this, is it going to look okay? Or is
I
it going
think
to
it.
just, or is it going to look
That's a
like
Trisha
crap?
question. Are you supposed to turn it each
Yes,
time?
ma'am.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, you are supposed to turn it each time, but you're supposed to, on the back side, you don't have any of the um, texture. And
Mm-hmm.
actually, when you do it front and back like that, you lose the texture anyway. Never mind, I got my answer.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
So, oh man, you always can't drop the link. Okay,
What link are
so
you trying to
Just
drop?
tell us who it is, honey.
You've yet to tell me.
Oh, Trisha said it's going to keep going wonky.
Yep.
is it gonna look bad?
I don't think it'll look bad if it's consistent.
Yeah.
Well, it looks to me like a little kid did it.
Well,
She said, not if you like wonky. It won't matter.
there you go. I think it'll provide a lot of texture.
Mm-hmm.
No, it
Nothing.
doesn't. It takes away the
Unstable
texture.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I'm going to
because
get.
the divinely disabled.
is the channel name. Yes. Michelle said, choose wonky.
Well, it takes away. I wouldn't mind it being wonky, but it takes away the front post double crochets that are
Ah,
supposed to stand out in texture because you take and with this front post, I take and make a front post on the other side so it pulls it in. So
right.
really the only texture is going to be on the last round. Hi, Connie.
Oh,
Hey,
hello, my
Connie.
sweet Connie. How are you, sweetheart? Thank you for jumping in here. You go right ahead and lurk, sweetie. And Diane, how are you today? Thank you for joining us.
Right
So
now, she's doing a sweater.
Hi, Diane.
Cardigan.
Krishna said you just can't
Just
call it
don't
wonky
call
if
it
you're
my
using my
pattern if
pattern.
it's wonky. I'm taking it out to do it right.
Good morning, Jill, sweetie. Thank you for joining us today.
Hi, Jill.
I'm doing great, Diane. Thank you so
Hi,
much for
Jill.
asking. Yes. Well, those of you just coming in, she says it's an older crochet along.
Oh, okay. Well, there's divinely disabled.
That's it. Where? Oh, okay.
She
Let me.
just dropped the link. So those of you that are just coming in, as you can tell, do you reuse patterns? And so we were asking, many of us buy so many patterns, whether it be off of Etsy or Ravelry. We even get free downloads. We buy books. We
Yeah.
get kits that have the patterns in it. So I was just asking, how often out of all the patterns that you acquire do you reuse them, or is it a one and done? And many of us are saying that there's a
Thank you,
few
Kathy.
patterns that we reuse over and over and over again. Um, and then there's others that, just like I said, one and done. So I was just wondering if you'd ever even thought about it. Good morning, Pat Pray, sweetheart. How are you doing today?
Hey, Pat, thank you for the emails.
Yes, I was going to say, and are you being able to keep up with some crochet time for yourself without hurting your hands? Oh, thank you, Pat Gray. She's
Thank you.
reminding y'all, please don't forget to hit those thumbs. We really do appreciate it. It helps the channel. And any of you that catch us in the replay, please be sure to leave me a comment, because I'd like to know who caught me later. I like to do the same thing. There are so many of us out there now vying for the same time slots. And so sometimes you just have to pick and choose who you're going to go say howdy to and catch the others in replay. And
You do.
that's what I have to do. I just have to catch a lot of people on their replays. Some patterns I reuse, but most I don't. I hear you there, Nana Cat.
I even have patterns that I'm never going to use.
It's just nice to say you've got them, right?
Well, it's not just that. I get inspiration from them.
Right.
Not that I'm taking from their pattern and copying it. I get inspiration from what they've created.
Right. Oh, Izzy, I'm so sorry, sweetie. My doctor told me not to do diamond art and crochet because of my hand pain, but I got too bored and just did it anyway. Well, a good rule of thumb is do a little bit and then put a lot of rest time in between.
In your case, work for 30 minutes and take a break.
Oh, that's nice, Heidi. I'm so sorry. I know.
Heidi, you're a hottie. I shall be there.
Yes, ma'am. Heidi, be sure and type the word drop so everybody can make sure they have you and can be sure that they're there for the drawing.
I need to know, is that Central, Eastern, Pacific time zone?
That's right. Yes. Oh, Pat, sweetie, I'm so sorry.
Oh, no, Pat.
Oh, sweetheart.
We can't leave you alone for a minute.
No. Oh, she says it's Central, so that's my time. 4:00 your time.
Yep. That's why I need to ask. I need to know what time zone you're in.
In fact, I'm going to take just a little pause here myself, and I'm going to make sure I get it on my no, wrong thing. Timer. Oh, I should have gone the other direction. I was going to put it for 3. Well, that'll put me there right on time, but I want to be early, so I'm going to go to 2:55, set my timer. So for those of you in the Central,
I'll show you what I'm looking at.
You have 4 hours and 21 minutes before Heidi's giveaway. What you looking up, Miss Carrie?
I'm going to show you guys. Whoops. Okay, then go back to Maureen's live.
Oh,
this
Pat,
is the actual blanket pattern.
You going to show us the pattern?
Oh, no, you don't need to make me big. No.
Nope. Okay.
I'm gonna show it in the, okay.
That's why I don't like to go to the
This is
hospital.
Oh my goodness.
That's why I don't even like going to the doctors or the dentist or the eye doctor. I just don't like going out, period.
No, I don't like to. Hopefully you will, Izzy.
There it is, doily blanket. Is that the pineapple one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
I think
Thank you.
so. Well, it's one of her blankets anyway, if it's not.
Okay.
But if you have with that, you can look through all of her stuff. She does squares, she does cardigans, she does a lot.
Who's that? Is that disabled?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I dropped her whole channel link and Carrie found that. That's awesome.
Thank you so much. You ladies are on the ball. Of course, y'all are a lot more tech savvy than I am.
Yeah.
While we were out in West Texas yesterday, I was able to snatch my grandson from school and take him to lunch, and which he enjoyed because he doesn't normally go off campus. They only have like officially 30 minutes, and then they have what's called Longhorn period right after, and that's just in my day would have been called study hall. That way if you need to make up a test or get some work done, that kind of thing, you had the time to do it and hopefully could get it done, not have homework. But anyway, so we snatched him, like I said, for lunch, and he said, Grammy, I don't have to be back for that. Really, I don't have to be back until the next period, which was 30 minutes and 45, really almost an hour from the time we picked him up. So we had a good chat yesterday. And of course, he had to bring me up on the latest, tech gadgets that were out there and what he felt like he was going to need for college. And his papa was listening there to him, and he said,
Did she freeze?
Yep.
Or did I freeze? Oh, she froze.
I thought it was me. I can hear you.
Oh, good. So she froze. Okay. So I wonder what his papa said. Yes, Darcia, you missed devotional time, sweetie. I'm so sorry. But you can rewind it and listen
Just
to it.
rewind it. I did 2 devotions.
Yes. Yep. Maureen's freezing. I tell you. And she fell.
Okay, it's
Bless her.
hello.
Bless their heart. It's okay.
There she is. She's back.
She's coming.
Oh.
It kicked me out.
So what did Pawpaw say to Warren?
Oh, well, Pawpaw said, is this a need or is this a want? He sat back and he said, well, it's kind of both. And Wayne's like, oh, well, do tell then, explain this to me. And he said, well, really, it's something that I want because I can see myself needing it for. And he starts listing off these classes. And Wayne says, well, how about we do this then? Once we know that you have actually signed up for the classes and you get the syllabus, we will see if you really need these items and go from there.
What does he think he needs?
Honey, that was yesterday. I'm kidding you? He lists off all this stuff. And I'm like, well, what does it do? What is it for? And Wayne will tell me what it does or what it's for. And I'm like, why don't you guys just talk? I'll just sit here and listen.
The most he needs is a laptop, paper, pencil, or pen.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe it depends on what level of math he goes in. He may need a graphing calculator.
Well, he already has that.
Spiral notebook.
Then he's covered. I can't think of anything else he needs.
Well, me either, but evidently he's just knowing that he's going to need. And I'm like, well, like Papa said, when you know what classes for sure you're taking, let us see the syllabus and we'll see what we can do.
Yeah. I needed a graphing calculator in college. Grandparents brought me a regular calculator.
Well, I know times have changed. I mean, I really do. But when I went to college, even though right at the beginning of college, the scientific calculators were coming out, none of this graphing stuff and all
I had
that
a
kind of stuff.
scientific one, but I had to get a
Yeah.
graphing one. And I had to save up 3 paychecks to get that.
Mm-hmm. Right. But when I went to college, the first thing all my professors said, of you that walked in with a calculator, just keep them in your bags because we don't use those here. Yep.
They wanted us to have it at home to check our work.
Mm-hmm. Well, like I said,
But
we could use them all we wanted to. We just couldn't have them in the classroom.
We couldn't use it during the test.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We could use a basic calculator, but not a graphing one during the exam.
Mm-hmm. No, we couldn't use it even then. Oh, yeah. One had to have a scientific one. Mm-hmm.
No, we couldn't. Now in high school, I couldn't use one. I took calculus in high school, and I couldn't use any calculator in high school. Right. But when I went to college, I went right into calculus, and they had us use a basic calculator. Told us to get a graphing calculator for home.
Right.
Differential equations, we had no calculator.
Mm-mm. No.
Chemistry, they didn't care if we used calculators.
Yeah. My daughter did physics and chemistry, and she had whatever math she needed to have. But yeah, science department didn't care if you had one or not.
No, science didn't care at all, which is weird.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but no, the math department did want us to have that graphing at home just to make sure that we could check our work.
Mm-hmm.
But that was it.
Yeah.
But when you get into calculus, you're mapping, 3-dimensional items.
Right. Yeah.
And
well,
Kaylin takes pre-calculus this fall.
Woo!
Woo, about time.
Well, I do have to say in her defense, if she's going the business route, really,
I don't think there's
anything above statistics, honestly, and just basic math.
I don't think there's a need. I don't think there's a need, but that's where she tested.
Yeah, that's good.
So she's taken pre-calc, and she's worried about it and everything. And I looked right at her and I said, "Do you realize it's been 30 years since I took a math class? Don't ask me nothing." I'm like,
Good morning, Unique Stripes. How are you doing, sweetie?
I couldn't map a line. I said, so don't ask me that.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know what pre-calc would be. I never took pre-calc.
Pre-calc is one step above algebra 2.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Carrie.
It's funny that I say that. Why?
It's funny that you say that because the other day I was doing an A plus B equals C, and I was like, okay, how in the hell do I get A and B and C? Oh, it's been too many years. I couldn't. I don't even remember what it was for, but I was like,
well, a line.
It's not here no more.
A line equation is y equals mx plus b.
Right.
I know these things. I can't get them out of my head. I need to take that knowledge out of my head and move it to the side, so I'll have more room for short-term memory. Stuff you remember.
Did y'all learn how to do the y equals mx plus b to the song YMCA?
I'm not going to answer that question because I'll start singing it.
Every time I hear the song,
Good morning, Amy.
my brain goes too. Yeah.
I am it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's how we learn.
Exactly right, Unique Stripe. That is honestly what my degree is in. When I graduated with a degree in statistics. And
Really?
towards the yes, because I just love working with numbers. Numbers are honest, they're true. I mean,
They're true.
Mm-hmm.
There is
my brain works in the logic world.
They're in logic. They are logic. My first major was mathematics.
Mm-hmm.
My second major was nursing. So I just prefer math because it is very logical. It is cut and dry, black and white. There is no nothing with it.
Right. But yes,
your grandson had math.
It made it very easy for me to transition into when I jumped on board and decided to become a math teacher. You know, I had everything I needed. So,
read Amy's comment. That's funny.
My grandson had math homework and he's in the 2nd grade. He asked me to check it and I was a little worried I wouldn't be able to. Luckily, I did okay with it. There weren't any alphabet letters in his homework, Amy? That's where mine is.
Nice.
Applied statistics. Well, mine is applied statistical analysis. That's how it read on my diploma from ASU.
Take care, Pat Cray. Have a blessed day.
Yes, Pat Cray. Thank you so much for being here with us. I appreciate that.
I want to remind everybody that tomorrow evening is Southern Sisters.
Yes.
And it'll be at Maureen's. And then on Saturday, I will be doing a members only live. Woo! And on Sunday is Twisted Fiber Friends at my house, and we are doing an interview.
Yes, so we are.
To remind you that. And don't forget that Carrie will be going live Friday and Saturday and Sunday. So be sure to catch Carrie as well. So I just wanted to remind you guys of that. And if Maureen's ready, we will start us off.
Yes.
I'm going to start you off with saying, stay safe, be kind to one another, and happy yarning. And what does Carrie say?
Carrie says, a mouthful of gibberish.
A random?
No, you don't.
One random act of kindness can change the world.
Folks, thank you all so much, as always, for being here with us. I mean, you know, you could spend it somewhere else, but you chose to come in here and chit-chat about reusing patterns, and we do appreciate that. Be sure and leave your thumb on the way out if you didn't have a chance to do it on the way in. Be sure, too, to spend some time with other YouTube channels out there. Be sure that you leave a thumb for them and a sweet comment. As always, remember, be the light out there in the darkness for someone today, because you never know, it could be your light they're waiting to see. We love you guys, and we'll see you out there on the YouTube streets. Bye.
Bye now.